1, 2, 3.
There we go. There it is. Yeah.
Happy to be back in the living room. Happy to be back in Florida.
Yeah.
New Orleans is a goddamn shithole of a city.
Wild.
You know what? I was excited to see New Orleans for the first time, and now that I've been, I hope Zion Williamson never gets healthy for you people. I hate your city sucks. Thanks for having us, New Orleans Comedy House. But
You people?
Yeah, New Orleans.
What do you
people.
mean, Cajuns?
Yeah.
All the fuck, bro?
All them crawdad boys.
Crawdad
Fuck them
boys.
crawdad
It
boys.
was crawdad season when we were there.
Yeah, it's not crawfish season, so we didn't get to eat those mud bugs, as they say. I know a couple good
We did eat
Cajuns.
crawdads.
We had crawfish tail in grits. It was in like a sauce, but it's not crawfish season, so you wouldn't want to go have like a crawfish boil at this time of the year. But
Okay.
it was still good. The food we ate was good. I loved the club we performed at. I loved the owners of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All great. The city itself reeks of piss and poor decisions.
Yep.
Every stain on the ground, you're positive is some sort of body fluid from a human being, and you just have to walk on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks they're so weird there, and they're really not. They're just alcoholics.
It's a city of people whose aesthetic is trying to be weird.
Yeah.
Like, they're not naturally weird people. They're people who are like, you know what would be really weird? Oh, I'll be the fucking king of the boardwalk if I put a python around me. And it's like,
Yeah,
all
there
right.
was a couple that was riding around on scooters. Like
Hoverboards.
And then they had two pythons
Smoking
on
a joint with a python around them.
Can I just talk about how I think hoverboards are falsely advertised?
They don't
Why do we
hover.
call them hoverboards? They're literally wheels. There's wheels that touch the ground.
It's a Segway without handlebars.
Yeah, it's a Segway where the danger is way higher, but poor people can afford them.
Yeah, they sell them for like
Yeah.
$40 at Walmart.
Maybe
now.
this is a product of capitalism trying to get rid of the poorer class. They're like, you know what we'll do? We'll take the safety measure of having a handlebar out of a Segway. We'll make sure that all these poor people want a hoverboard because it's a weird way to look like you have money, but in reality, you're probably going to crash with no recourse and hit your head.
And God knows you don't have insurance.
Yeah,
so you're just going to be
exactly.
in medical debt.
And
like
if you
crazy.
do, you have the same insurance I have, which is Obamacare, or as the Republicans call it, free health care.
I like
they
the
refuse
idea.
to call it Obamacare
I like
now.
the idea of like at the Illuminati headquarters, they're like, all right, the war on drugs isn't working fast enough. We need to kill poor people. They just won't smoke crack anymore. What do we do? And
Well,
some guy
crack
was like,
made for black
hoverboards.
It was. Have you guys
The
not
CIA.
looked into this? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not just being racist.
What if we just didn't
That
say
racism's coming with facts this week.
No, it's not.
What if we both just didn't say anything for
literally,
like the rest?
there was the war on drugs, and crack cocaine was pushed into poor black communities as a way to basically create their own demise.
What's the conspiracy theory? So that's a good conspiracy.
I believe that.
I believe that. That's not even a conspiracy
true.
theory. Yeah, it's not even conspiracy theory.
Goddamn Reagan
Yeah, Reagan.
and Oliver North.
In Reagan, the whole thing is that Reagan, like the U.S. government back then was also like in cahoots with drug cartel members that were trying to prevent the like coup of like some South American country. There were like communist, I don't know what exactly, but we were literally flying and trafficking cocaine.
Yeah. That's what that Tom Cruise movie was about. That
Yeah,
nobody saw.
true.
Maverick?
No.
Top Gun?
It's just fucking Tom Cruise just like.
That's the behind the scenes footage that you get from the new Top Gun Maverick is that they're all actually on cocaine trafficking fucking bricks
Top
and
Gun Maverick
jets.
rocks so hard.
I haven't seen
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen any movie in a
It's
theater
so
in
good
forever.
because it's like the first blockbuster movie in forever that has no political point to make. It's just like, how sick are planes? And you're like, they are sick. They rule.
I don't know. I think there have been some movies that don't
But
have
there's just like that. Yeah, but like every big blockbuster movie has that like moment where it's like, ugh.
the fucking hot dog movie had political points to make. You remember
Hot
that
Dog
movie? What was
That
it
wasn't like a
called
big
with Seth
blockbuster
Rogen?
movie, to be
That's
fair.
not a dude. You're bringing out Food Party. You're trying to you fucking uncultured retard. What are you talking about?
Food Party? Is that what it was called?
Or Sausage
Sausage
Party?
Party.
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party.
That's the movie.
To
I've
me-
never heard anybody reference it as anything ever.
To me,
Matt's like, oh, big blockbuster movie like Sausage Party, which I'm pretty sure was a huge flop.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, the Sausage Party is a big flop.
Yeah.
Top Gun,
Like a peanut.
Top Gun Maverick, Sausage Party.
Yeah.
All 1, 2, 3.
And then probably like Citizen
Avatar.
Kane.
Citizen Kane?
Like, just like the best movies that we
Avatar,
can compare them to.
the Avenger movies, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, Fast and Furious. They can't reach the heights that Sausage Party has hit.
Wait, Fast and Furious never made any political points, and those
Vin
are blockbusters.
Diesel, dude. That's
I mean, you
political
just
point
look at
on
Vin
its own.
Diesel and you go, "This is them just
That's-
promoting Republicans."
Yeah, that's probably the most Republican movie,
Like,
except for Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, it really
Top Gun
is. But it's like,
here's my point. At no point in Top Gun Maverick was there a moment where it was like we needed the best pilot, and it turns out it was the woman of color the whole time. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't have that. It doesn't have that weird moment in like the whatever that whichever Avengers movie it was, where like all of the women end up on the same part of the battlefield at the same time, and they have that like group up shot, and it's like, what is this?
yeah, I
What are you-
haven't
why are you
seen
doing
those.
this?
I'm not really into superhero movies.
No, that's it. I think those are fucking stupid, dude.
You gotta hop off eventually because there's one every 3 months.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
then
how do you
and
keep
dude,
up with this?
The production for them, they cost like $1 billion to make. It's insane.
It's also like, oh, the story of this one, you're not gonna be caught up if you didn't watch
Yeah,
the Disney Plus show. It's like, all right, man, I'm out,
Yeah.
dude. I gotta get Disney Plus to keep up now.
Were you guys ever into Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
I
huge.
yeah.
So
Huge.
they just released a new Lord of the Rings
yeah.
show, and people
And
are pissed
people are
about
not
it.
happy about
Why
it.
are they not happy about it?
They just, I guess, changed a lot of things. They just aren't like.
It's before the Lord of the Rings.
I did see
Right, that's what the
some
whole thing is.
articles similar to like what you're talking about of people who are pissed, being like, "Why did we have to add so many black people to Lord of the Rings?" That's like literally like people are like pissed that there's diversity.
That is a legitimate criticism though, and it's not like a racism thing. It is like the whole like the argument is like it doesn't live
Factual?
up to the source
Wait.
material. No, shut up.
Wait.
Don't say factual. Shut
Wait.
up. No.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Elves aren't real. No shit.
Elves
retard.
and hobbits, none of them are black. Because that's not
No.
what really
They're
happened.
literally described as like
Actually,
super fair skin.
My
That's
my
the point.
warlock on World of Warcraft was a black night elf.
Did you
No,
guys
that
ever?
you can't do that. Actually.
Did you guys
Sorry.
ever make like NBA 2K characters?
Oh,
and
yeah,
shit?
dude.
I was always white. I was
Really?
always white.
I was
in
always
2K.
the biggest
Yeah.
blackest dude I could be.
Yeah,
You know,
I-
being black in 2K doesn't give you like extra vertical.
Yeah, but I
No,
could
but
live
that's
my
just like
fantasy. of being
that's just like
a successful
I
athlete.
don't know, man. I just don't ever.
was
I don't think of like.
Black people
yeah.
are cooler than us.
I just want my guy to be black.
sure.
I would
Okay.
always make him black, dude.
I made my guy white.
And then
I
I would
never
make my
gave a
I would
second
make my
thought
guy
about it.
black and give him my full name. Like give you like Joshua George Francis.
Your full name is Joshua George
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah.
You sound like a saint.
Yeah,
like
dude.
like you look like they have like a pendant of you.
The patron saint of puns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The patron saint of gingers.
He was just joshing all the time.
Oh no.
And he was just joshing.
Just joshing.
Oh, I can't get that bit to work and it's pissing me off.
It's because you haven't figured it out yet. It's
yeah.
funny though.
That's okay.
Figuring out
Sometimes
jokes
bits-
is stupid.
Sometimes
Dude.
bits don't work.
It's true.
But yeah, it's just like the guy who wrote those books, Tolkien, literally has like he wrote like a book that's like not even really a book. He wrote like an encyclopedia for like his
And he's just like the
whole-
first page
and-
says no blacks.
No, but he has like descript like this is what an elf needs to look like. They're super fair skin. They always have blue eyes. Like he has like it all written out in like an encyclopedia.
Sounds like
type
another
thing.
thing
Yeah,
I've heard about before.
You know who else really loved fair
He also
skin and
probably
blue
was
eyes?
racist. He died in like 1908.
Yeah.
He probably didn't have great.
Dude, what if
opinions.
Hitler read Tolkien and was like,
Ooh.
okay,
I like this.
I like this.
Yeah, that's a good point also. But it is weird.
Dude, did I just fucking
like-
blow everyone's
But like if
like a
the
retard
storyline
talking.
is good enough and the show is good enough, why how can you care enough to be like, well, in the original manuscript it said fair skin. It's like, this dude's just an elf who's black. It's not a huge deal.
I'm just explaining why people, because the people who are mad are huge Tolkien dorks who are like, that's not how he wrote them. I'm not gonna watch that show because I was into Lord of the Rings when those movies came out 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, it is they are fucking old.
I don't care anymore to
No.
watch it. It's like if this show came out in 2004, I would have been like, hell yeah.
You know,
but it's 2022. I'm gay as hell now.
I learned Elijah Wood is from Iowa, and so is Jason Momoa, and so is Ashton Kutcher. Did we know this?
Why would I know this or care?
Why would I know or care? Yeah, who gives a shit? Cool, bro.
Reba McEntire is from Oklahoma.
Dude, fuck both of you, dude. I fucking love. I was so excited to come with that information, and then you guys. All right.
I used
Why?
to see.
But
No,
why?
it's all right. No, don't talk about Tolkien.
I don't really understand the whole thing of being
You don't like
no,
from
not
there.
you.
Oh.
Just in people in general being like, you know who's from where I'm from.
It's
Who
cool.
gives a fuck?
It's cool because it's like we don't have shit in Iowa, so those are our claim to
That's
fame.
a whole
Your claim to
state,
fame
dude.
is Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Is
Who
he
else?
also-
What else? What else? What else? Name
Also,
something else in Iowa.
but wait about this. But wait. Listen to
That's
this.
a whole
Listen to
state.
this. But wait. There's only 50 states. How many celebrities are there? Is it really
7,
that
at least.
crazy that you have some that were born there?
No.
1 in 50. You have
Also,
a 1 in
Jason
50
Momoa.
shot.
Well, you guys are just
you
jealous
didn't
you don't
say
get
your
Jason Momoa.
town. You said your whole state too. It's
Yeah.
like, that's not that impressive.
Yeah, that's
It
a
is.
good point.
It's,
Dude,
when it's
Garth,
Iowa, it's impressive. When it's
listen to me,
Iowa, it's
though.
impressive.
I'm from Oklahoma. You act like I'm from fucking New York
Oklahoma's
City.
bigger though.
I mean, yeah, but it's still
Significantly,
not. Nobody's like, I'm moving out of Iowa. I'm going to the big city, Oklahoma City. Nobody,
People
it's
in my
it's a-
hometown think Des Moines is the big city.
Yeah, it's like I think Des Moines to Oklahoma City is like one notch up. I don't think it's like a big deal. I love Oklahoma City, but it's just one of those things. Garth Brooks is from Oklahoma.
See, say
And
that. That's cool.
But to be fair,
I think that's cool.
He's literally
Because I'm a
you
good
can
friend.
claim that one because
he's
he
literally
reps that.
he's literally the #1 selling recording artist in history.
Ashton Kutcher's the #1 heartthrob on that 70 show. So
I can't argue that point. I don't think it holds up to what I just said. Garth Brooks
I
literally.
always wanted to snuggle up with Fez.
Fez now he's really grown into himself.
This is Yo Mama.
yeah, dude. That was
show
a crazy
was
fucking.
so good, dude. Do you remember the Yo Mama phase of
What's
just,
up? I'm Wilder Valmarama. Welcome to MTV's Yo Mama. This week we got two of the craziest black people I could find to do weird shit. I'm Wilder Valmarama, and this is making fun of black people on TV. That was the whole show.
There were some white people in there.
Wasn't it?
They
what-
always
dude,
lost.
Was it?
They always lost.
No, because there's nobody.
was it-
There's no one better than like a white dude. I was watching the documentary about the And One mixtape tour the other day, and
how
they were
good's The
talking.
Professor?
They were talking about the professor, and most the guys were like, when a white guy does anything impressive in front of a group of black men,
Oh, yeah.
it's the most amazing thing that they've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's basically what being a white guy who made it to the finals of Yo Mama. Your jokes don't have to be that good.
No.
You know?
Do we?
That's the Eminem factor.
Was it a?
It's like if you're pretty good, you're the best.
If Josh doesn't say something soon, he's gonna die.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say do we think that the people on Yo Mama were just like open mic comics, or were they just people who wanted to be on TV?
I honestly think a lot of that shit was scripted and not real. I don't really trust any early 2000s
No.
reality
Yeah,
or
of course,
game
of course. So I didn't
shows.
know
I
if they
don't
got
think any of
people
it's
from,
real.
Dude, they used to.
I think some of it probably.
It was-
a lot
it
of
was
them are
open mic
probably
comics.
like
Had to have been open
comedians
mics.
or like actors who want to
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
like
yeah.
'Cause
I
he
really
would go
think
from
that's what
city
it
to
is.
city, and he would be like, "I'm here in Atlanta, and I found the 3 best Yo Mama jokers in the city," and it's like
People would
that's not a that's not like saying you found the best like dancers in the city.
Yeah.
Like he would say that as if there's like Yo Mama competitions
Yeah.
on every street corner.
Yeah, people
There
would
was the
probably
bully.
just submit tapes to
Dude, that
the
Dude,
show, and it would probably be like Yo Mama jokes. It would probably, and they were probably trying to find, just like any reality TV show, when you get somebody on there, and I'm like, I know exactly what this person's tape looked like. They were just blasting their mental illness all over their tape, and the reality producers were like, this looks like she's gonna cause a problem quick.
yeah.
And that's what they did. It's probably just that.
I
basically.
have a ex-girlfriend who would try to get on reality TV shows all the time,
Ugh.
and now she tries to make YouTube videos and shit. And let me tell you, some people just need to realize they're not interesting.
Yeah.
Unlike us.
Unlike us who are 3 white dudes with a podcast.
You know what's funny though? I want to be a comedian. I tell people that I am a comedian. I want that to be my profession.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the gray area right now. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, depending on the month. I want to be that. If somebody goes, "What do you do? What are you doing? What's your goal?" Comedian. I met a girl recently who was like, "I really want to be an influencer," and I was like, "Pick anything else."
Yeah.
It seems like hypocrisy, but also
no, there's a fucking light.
There's an emptiness to being like, I want to be an influencer.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What does that mean?
As someone who works in marketing and has hired influencers, we're not paying you shit.
Yeah.
We're not paying you anything. The only like influencers that get like legitimately paid are people who have at least 500,000 followers. If you're one of these girls that's like, I want to be an influencer, and you have 20,000 followers, you're going to get a DM from a local jewelry store that's like, hey, I'll pay you $100 to come by and do like a photo shoot with all of our jewelry on. And that's it.
Or if you're a podcast with 17.4 thousand followers on Instagram, a company that gives away guns will be like, we're willing to pay you a nominal fee. Nominal might be courteous to promote our gun reviews.
They also review attachments. They review scopes.
Do they?
Do
they auction off the scopes too?
Yeah.
I should go on
everything
the
that they
website.
review is for auctions.
Oh. Or not auctions, giveaway.
Giveaway. This
We
isn't
didn't
part of
name
the
it.
ad
We
read.
didn't name it.
This isn't part of the ad
We
read.
didn't name
They're
it.
for giveaways.
Yeah, they're for giveaways.
They're for giveaways. What a fun little loophole they found, huh?
Dude, we're helping out ISIS, dude.
Yeah,
they raffle guns. Let's be
listen,
honest.
nothing anybody can do, nothing anybody can do will match the fact that the U.S. government literally created ISIS. So let's just not worry about it. Okay. Or the fact that Bush Sr. literally gave weapons of mass destruction to the Iranians.
Can I make a?
I might have been people in Iraq.
Gay
I don't
political
really
point
know.
real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I saw an article about stuff that we're sending to the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And one of them was a tweet, and this guy was like, I didn't even know that these existed. So they're selling these. They are selling. We're giving, because we're not giving them. People are like,
we're not auctioning. We're giving away.
It's a giveaway.
It's not a raffle. It's a giveaway.
Are we the Ukraine in this scenario?
Yeah. We stand with Ukraine.
Russia is Miami comedy. So I saw an article about, because we're not giving them $3 billion. We're giving them $3 billion worth of like defense and weapons. One of the things that they were giving was this rocket turret that you can put onto the back of any pickup truck. It just like, but you can bolt it in to any pickup truck. You buy like these tubes that just slide in, and it's got 4 rockets. It's basically like a SAM turret that you can drive to wherever you need it. And I was looking at this and I was like, this is exactly what happened in the Gulf War that we had to then fight against in the war on Iraq in like 2002. Like
I don't think we're gonna fucking go to the Ukraine.
But here's the thing: the Ukraine is a country that's at war. They're at war. Their economy is fucking crippling. They're a small country that's at war that needs aid from a different country to survive this war. When this is over, when they kind of have no use for these things anymore, they're gonna sell those.
Yeah.
They're gonna sell them to whoever wants to buy them. We're gonna be fighting against that shit we're giving them in the next decade.
That's 100%. A very repeated pattern for the U.S.
Yes, it's what's gonna happen.
Giving guns to foreign countries and then having to fight against those guns. I heard that Russia's gonna fuck the Ukraine up when winter comes, because right now they're. You might be able to speak to this, being a former military.
I speak for the entire DoD.
Being a former military vehicle driver, captain,
crew chief.
Crew chief. You hear
Vehicle
that,
commander.
ladies?
I was a crew chief. Yeah, you hear him.
When right now they're having a hard time on certain terrain because their vehicles can't handle, because it's like mush or like mud or whatever.
The tracks.
But when it freezes over, they're just going to be
no traction.
right over top of it. No, it's going to be good for the
Russian
Russian
you're talking about Russia's. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Because right now,
if
you watch the videos, and I understand that we're like behind on this a little bit, we're like, now's the time to talk about it. If you watch the videos, most of the videos are like Russian vehicles driving down fucking roads and Ukrainians just fucking blowing their shit up. But eventually, when it freezes over, they're not going to have to take the roads.
But they could do the well, that makes sense.
And then they're going to be able to go whichever way. They're going to sneak up on those
because
motherfuckers.
You're no longer.
So basically, the Russian army is they're too lazy to take their snow tires off. They're just like, we'll just wait till winter.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on, I think.
That
sounds about right.
That's Have you heard about the scorched earth technique? What they used to do in World War II was they would what Russia did was they brought the Germans. They kept receding and retreating. But as they would go further back, they would start burning everything. So they would completely level this fucking land that they were on, like any type of shelter or whatever. And they brought them all the way back to like Stalin. And then they and then winter came. And then Germany had nowhere to like hide the troop from the elements. So then they just fucking waited it out, and then Germany got fucked up because there was nowhere for the soldiers to like seek shelter.
Good.
So
I like that Germany got fucked up. I'm not sure how I feel rooting for Stalin on accident.
Not Stalin. What's the fucking city? Not Stalin.
No, Stalin is a leader, a communist leader.
What's the fucking? They went back to Stalingrad. Is that the fucking city?
Yes.
Yeah. Stalingrad. They went back to Stalingrad.
Very good map in Call of Duty United Offensive.
Yeah, dude, that's
interesting.
And all the and yeah, so that's what they did. They fucking basically destroyed everything, so that way Germany could have nothing when winter came. And
Do you guys think that Hitler actually killed himself? Because there's
some conspiracy.
This
I've never even
heard
of that.
Conspiracy pod right now. There's some conspiracies that he didn't, and that he's just a guy hanging out somewhere in like South America. Wouldn't that be crazy?
He'd be dead by now, right?
He'd be dead by now. He'd be like 100.
But that would have been crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, when was he a thing?
He was like 40, right?
When was Hitler hot?
Hitler died in like 43.
He was in World War One, so he would have been.
Oh, I get the world wars mixed up.
Yeah, he fought in World War One.
So wait, what happened?
He didn't.
No,
I thought he got injured in World War One.
Germany got fucked up in World War One. Their economy was shit.
Time to Google.
Hitler took over.
I feel like he was a soldier in World War One.
How old?
Oh, I don't know if he was a soldier or not. He wasn't really like a leader.
No, I know he didn't. Yeah, I know he wasn't a leader, but he was in the war.
He wasn't the Führer in World War
Mein Führer?
No, he wasn't.
To be fair, I'm a freaking.
I don't like that you said it with the accent. That made me feel weird.
What?
Hitler would be 129. So you're right. He's probably not alive.
Was he in World War One?
I don't know.
Did he fight in World War
The same people who were like Hitler could still be alive in South America are the same people who are like Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen. It's like that wouldn't work, by the way. You can't freeze a body that you die.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I don't like how when we start talking about serious things and like things that people can fact check, because everything that I've just said about everything
fact check
probably
me if you want.
Okay, so
you
listen.
Can't freeze somebody for years and then unfreeze them and they're alive.
No, that's not the whole point of cryogenically freezing a body. The whole point of cryogenically
so you can fuck them later.
Yeah. The whole point of cryogenically freezing a body is so that it's preserved for the future when we might have the technology to bring somebody back to life. Not that you're going to unfreeze them and he's going to be like, oh, I'm freezing. Like, it's that if the technology does get to the point where we can reanimate humans, if he's in the ground rotten, you're not going to be able to do it. And if you can, he's probably going to be pretty pissed about
Here's another thing. You can't.
But we can't now.
You can't ever.
That's not true. You can't say that. That's a lie. That's actually the least true thing you've ever said.
You can't.
No, you can't now.
You can't ever.
Not true. Fake news.
No.
Hitler was in World War One, by the way. He was yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't the Führer.
No, of course not. But he was a soldier.
No, Hitler was in World War One.
He was alive.
He volunteered for the German army with enthusiasm,
yeah.
is what it says here.
If there's one thing about Hitler, he was enthusiastic.
If there's one guy known for his enthusiasm, let me tell you what.
And his loyalty to the country.
Yeah.
One thing you can't say about Adolf Hitler was that he wasn't unenthusiastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on meth and he was ruling the country eventually. I mean, you don't
yeah.
listen, you don't get to the top without being pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Let's be real, man.
I love when people are like, he was a really good public speaker. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
No, he was
okay,
fucking.
yeah.
He was tweaking.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, who cares?
He
if
was
good at public
tweaking.
speaking?
Yeah, you know who's really good at getting people riled up too? Trump. pretty good at it.
Well,
also,
who is also on
kinda tweaking.
Adderall, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, for
he was
sure.
also. They found like a bunch of like cold medicine in his desk too, which
Really?
rocks. That rocks.
He's just on DXM
Yeah.
and Adderall. Is just like seeing. No wonder he's just so weird all the
Just
time.
listening to fucking Houston remixes to shit.
Yeah,
Just
he's
chopped
like,
and
oh,
screwed, dude.
Dude, that's wild.
Hennessy
So wait, I
and
do want to
hydro.
revisit this though. You don't think we'll ever be serious? I know the bit's over.
No.
You don't think we'll ever get to the point where we can reanimate human life?
Not one that's been frozen for this. Not Walt Disney, because he's been frozen for too long. His brain is dead. It's dead. It's gone.
But the whole point
What if
is
you
that
shock it into life?
the whole point is that there might be technology in the future to bring it back to life.
No.
Wait, one second. Okay,
You're basically saying you can't bring him back to life because he's already dead, which is like it doesn't make sense. That
I think-
argument
How did
is
he die?
insane.
I'm not
I don't
saying
know.
I don't remember, but I'm
Let's
not
look it
saying I'm not saying in the future that if somebody like in 2060 if you die and they find this technology in 2061, yeah, and then anytime after that they can reanimate a dead body. I'm saying dude, your body is meat. This meat has been frozen since like the 1960s.
But I would like to think. I think you're thinking about if you leave.
you ever seen a steak that's been in the freezer
You're
for fucking
proving my point. Thank you for saying that, you fucking big dumb idiot. Leaving. There's no way that cryogenically freezing a human body is the same as putting a sirloin in your fucking Kenmore freezer for a couple days. I get it. You leave something in the freezer, it gets freezer burn. I don't think they just have him with the venison in the back, you know?
No, they don't. But my point
Okay,
is,
I gotta do more
there
Google now to
hasn't
prove
been-
you wrong.
There hasn't been blood pumping into his brain. Like your brain cells and all those things die without blood. You have to breathe.
But what if they
and
can figure
pump
out a way
your-
to shock it
That's
back
the
into...
whole point. Your argument
Yeah,
is
yeah,
you
yeah. I
keep
get what you're
saying they
saying.
won't be able to bring him back to life because he's already dead. The point
No,
I'm
you're
making
not-
is in the future
no,
they
you're
might have
not- listen-
technology to reverse
But
that.
what if he comes
No.
out and he's just retarded as fuck?
He also died of lung cancer, so he comes back and still has cancer.
You're not listening to me. You keep cutting me off. You breathe and your heart pumps blood because your nerve endings and all those things need blood. His brain cells and the nerve endings in his brain and his heart and all these things haven't had blood. They're dead. Like the actual pieces are dead and decayed.
Yes.
Like they don't work.
What if sometime in the future we have technology to reanimate those things? That would literally be the whole point of the technology I'm speaking of, would be this guy's been dead
What's
and
this
frozen.
technology? The Lazarus pit?
It's
What the fuck are you
hypothetical
talking about?
technology, but I'm just saying at some point in the future I would imagine that we get there.
No.
Okay, as a subject matter expert and
Dude,
mediator,
listen, if this motherfucker dies, we're not cryogenically freezing him.
No.
That's no matter how successful we are.
I tell
we're
you,
not freezing
If
him.
I die, you better do the right thing and have sex with my corpse.
No.
You better.
Can I get it
You
while
better.
it's still warm?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Of course.
That's
I
fine.
wanted that shit frozen.
So cryogenically freezing something
Jeffsicle?
is using nitrogen to freeze something. So
My point isn't
yeah.
necessarily about
Okay.
the freezing. My point is about all of the nerve endings and all that are
Right, but
are
his
My-
okay here,
my-
both of you shut up. The thing that he's saying, what he's saying, okay, so what you're saying is actually the answer to what he's saying.
Yes.
So what he's saying is you're saying that right now if it dies, it's dead. He's saying yes, it's dead, but in the future they could maybe make it alive.
Yeah, that's the
regardless
whole
of the
thing.
fact that it's dead.
So all the things that you're saying your heart's not pumping blood, none of your nerves are, all of your nerve
All your
endings
brain
are
cells are
totally
dying.
dead, all your brain cells are dead. The whole hypothetical technology I'm speaking of is a technology that would reverse all
Yes,
of that.
that
That's
would
the point
bring it
that I'm
back to
saying.
life.
no.
At this point, he's just you.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
I know.
Matt stubbed his toe on a ukulele earlier, and
I
I, think
did.
that's
It's
funny too.
It's bleeding.
I think
It's
that's
bloody.
a fun thing.
That's
When
what I
I
get
fir-
for wearing these dumb fucking
You know, when I first-
Birkenstocks,
when I
bro.
first met
Wearing
you.
Birkenstocks and busting your toe open on a ukulele is the
That's
gayest
God.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Matt used to fucking paint his toenails when I first met him.
I had my toenails painted.
They were black too.
2 times, and I just didn't get it removed. What happened is I let somebody paint my toenails.
Uh-huh.
I left it on. I didn't remove it.
His
and
name's
then,
Marquise.
And then I was back here actually, it's not where I was living at the time, but I was here. And then one of her friends is like, "Oh, your toenails are all fucked up. Can I repaint them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was only those 2 times. Stop bringing it up.
I'm not fucking gay.
I like this.
I honestly don't mind it. I don't think I wasn't doing it as like a look to be like.
I thought you were
edgy.
because with the tattoos.
I have
black.
tattoos and I paint my toenails. No, I don't really give a fuck. It's just it was just a thing that happened.
I
I
fell
didn't care.
asleep in high school, and a girl painted my fingernails. And then I was just like, yeah, like people would be like, your fingernails painted? But I'd be like, yeah, but like a girl did it.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
Dude, I remember
lady
one
did
time.
What am I going to tell a girl? No, bro. You've never been in that situation.
In 6th grade, a girl gave me her phone number, and she wrote it down on my arm, and I had a hooded sweatshirt on. Ooh. So I rolled it up so everybody could see that I had a phone number written on my arm.
Hell yeah.
Guess what?
Insane.
Guess who didn't get any fucking... I can't say pussy when it's talking about a 6th grade.
When I was
didn't get a text back. That's
when
for
I
sure.
was like in 8th grade, I had a doctor's appointment before school, and then after the doctor's appointment, my mom took me to McDonald's and then dropped me off at school, and I got a coffee, and I just thought I was so adult for drinking coffee that I carried an empty cup of coffee around the whole day. I just had it.
Yeah, I have coffee and I know about 401ks. What's up, bitches?
Yeah, I was like, I drink coffee. Work.
Yeah, you know how work gets. You know how algebra 1 can get.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Disney as a corporation?
I have no thoughts on that.
I don't really give a shit.
This is a great conversation. Thanks. Thanks. Man,
I don't
good thing we're not filming
I'll tell you
something
what.
right now. Good thing we're not doing anything.
I have no
I'll
research
tell you
or
what,
anything
they
on
do
that.
kind of annoy me.
Yeah, it's a
Here's what annoys me about Disney is that they are woke when it helps them, but they're also racist pieces of shit when it helps them too.
Right.
And I don't like it. I don't like that they're like, yeah, in America they're like, yeah, the new fucking lead in Star Wars is black. Get over it.
Yeah.
And then when you see the Chinese poster, because that's where these companies make a lot of their money now, is in the Chinese market.
Ain't no
they're
black
like,
guys on that
oh, there's
poster.
there's no black guy in the poster, and it's like, are you pushing an agenda, or are you scared to do so?
It's
Pick
always capitalism first, which is why I think we need to be a
Yes.
communist country.
That's no.
I didn't like that at all.
No,
Fieldseats.com.
I actually have Fieldseats.com. Fieldseats.com. Fieldseats.com is an online e-commerce business. And basically what they do is they review firearms. They're very knowledgeable. They know what they're talking about. They review firearms. You buy a review. You purchase, it kind of goes anywhere from $25 to $35. I forget exactly the prices. You can find that out on fieldseats.com. You pay for the review, and when you pay for that review, it also enters you to be
In a giveaway.
in a giveaway, and you could possibly win
You can win the gun, dude. They have
gun.
like AK-47s. They have fucking...
a Galil.
a
You ever played
Galil?
fucking Call of Duty? You can win that. You could win a Glock.
You can play Call of Duty in real life.
And basically, really, there's only like
Hopefully not in a school.
there's only like 30 to 40 people in each review, so your chances are pretty high. So you pay, you get the review, and then you have a great chance of winning that gun. It's a great deal if you're into firearms, like I know that our fucking listeners are, the boys. It's a great thing.
The boys are
The
out.
deals get even better if you use the promo code FFF. You get 10% off of your reviews. So
Triple F.
That's a
That's
hell of
triple
a
F.
savings.
TRIPLEF on fieldseats.com.
Fieldseats.com. I do think that America could do for a little bit of socialist policy in certain areas, but what, you don't think universal health care would be a good idea?
I think it'd be sick.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a socialist idea, is
Let
universal health care.
let the poors go. We don't need them.
That's crazy.
No.
I didn't have health care for like 6 months, and
It sucks, doesn't it?
I did not like it.
Yeah.
I had a sore throat, and I was like, "This is the end, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
You go into-
$50,000
You go into urgent care where all the poors go, me included, and they go, "Oh, you have a sore throat? Here's an antibiotic. That'll be $300."
Yeah.
And you're like,
Here's
"Oh,
a-
I don't have that."
Here's a tip. Medical debt does not affect credit.
Yeah,
I know that because
Don't pay it.
I've been avoiding a hospital bill that I had that was like $3,500. It's gone to collections. Collections has called me and left me voicemails. My credit score is still top notch.
Here's two things. Scholastic debt and medical debt doesn't affect credit. So student loans and medical debt will not affect credit. The only thing that affects credit is when you pull a line of credit out, like get a car loan, a mortgage, or a credit card.
Wait, school? I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
that
school
can't
doesn't.
be real.
No,
then
it's
what's the
Scholastic.
point of paying it back?
Well, people don't. A lot of people
I
won't.
don't.
Yeah. A lot of people won't.
And now they just gave you a couple bucks for
Yeah,
it.
he got rewarded for that fucking behavior. You know what? Some of us had to go overseas to Japan and get
No,
fucking
no,
and get
no.
happy endings on
No.
massages.
So
Do you
here's
know how many
the thing.
Hello
that fucking
Kitty
cut-
skirts I had to see?
You know, one time the Wi-Fi went down for 6 hours.
You know there are people who actually feel that way, and it's like, you didn't get drafted, dude. You wanted a Camaro and a wife. That's what you did.
I did go to school. I did join the military mainly for the free college.
Yeah, and that's fine, but you didn't have to do that. You could have gone the American way and taken
That
out
was
a
the
loan.
American way,
taken
dude.
Out, no, but there's
That's the
another.
most
That's the
American way.
most American
No.
way.
I disagree. I think the real American way is to take out. Listen, I'm not saying what you did was not patriotic, and that I mean, thank you for your service, first of all,
Honestly,
Josh.
I'm
but
on
you
board.
like where
Yeah,
I'm going,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The real American way is to take out a line of credit that you know good and well you
can't
pay
afford.
back,
Yeah,
and
okay,
then
I
go
get
to
what you're
college
saying.
on free money that you're never going to pay back. That's really what America
That
is
is.
borrowing money that you don't have, and that
Yeah.
honestly the institution that gave it to you doesn't have either.
Yeah.
It's all that's America.
I love this
dude.
country so much.
That's capitalism.
Fuck
baby.
you,
Fuck,
Queen
man.
Elizabeth. We're back.
yeah.
1776.
Wait, is that how you do it?
You better tuck that fucking thumb. I better not see it, bro. There you go. I like that shit. All right.
Ah! Suck our fucking dicks.
I still like the idea of communism, to
Ready?
be fair. So
Communism on paper is great. It's just
That
it
was
never
a-
works. It never works.
notice I
It
said
always
I like
gets-
the idea of
Yeah,
communism.
I like the idea on paper. It just never works.
I think it's great
yeah.
on paper.
I
On
like
paper.
the idea of cum on paper,
Sit back, dude.
but it fucking doesn't.
I think
When you
it's-
come on paper, it
Let
gets,
him work this bit out.
When you come on paper, it's sticky. So I don't. All right. So I like the. You got fellas. You know when you're coming on paper.
Yeah.
and you're like, this is gonna be good. All right, my name is Josh Bransley. You guys have been here all night. I'll be here.
I'm cutting his mic. I'm cutting.
Do not do that.
Only because you're a patriot. Only because you served our country.
Dude.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. You never went to combat, so it's arguable. I could argue that you actually didn't serve our country.
Yeah, but I trained the
at
next
all,
generation that will go to combat, which isn't even true.
Yeah,
But I trained them that they'll train the next guy,
so that we can go fight for private companies.
Yeah.
Which is what we're actually doing.
which is sick.
It's not sick. It's
That's
very
pretty
not
American.
cool
It's
at
pretty
all.
fucking
That's
American.
pretty
dude.
That's pretty cool.
Well, you don't want
letting
your
about
gas to fucking.
what you know what another American ideal is that I think is pretty sick. Convincing a group of young men that you will take care of some basic amenities that should be provided for already,
I don't like
like
this
a
already.
basic income, education, healthcare. In trade, they will risk their lives to fight for your personal interests so that you can make a couple more $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's fucking America.
Yeah, but then you
dude.
can get your fucking DS.
What's
too.
more American than going to another country, fucking people up for a corporation?
Yeah.
And then coming home and getting your dick sucked.
By your 18-year-old wife.
That you
yeah,
met
that's
when
actually
she
true.
was 18
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. No, you can.
No, you matter when she was 17 and you were
but
18.
you were also 17
Okay,
or 18.
okay,
That's
okay.
not
fine.
bad.
And
Or
then you
maybe
got married.
Or maybe 19, but not 20.
No,
No.
You better
no,
not
no.
fucking be
You're not
20.
even 20.
No. Even then, that's still technically illegal.
Remember that?
being
Remember that
19.
one girl in your school that like dated a 27-year-old, and you were
Dude,
like, "What are you doing?"
I remember one time, I might have told this on here, being in the car with these two girls, Hope and Nicole, and I won't further say their names, but if they ever see this, they will know who I'm talking about. They loved smoking menthol cigarettes, and I remember their thing was they were always like, my lungs won't be black, they'll be crystallized, and they would say it in
Aw.
unison with each other.
pretty
real,
cute. That's cute.
Real whores, these girls. And
Yeah.
and we were in my car. I was
I don't think
driving-
I've ever met a Hope. that wasn't a whore.
Great point. So we were. It's like the biggest. It's like the biggest fuck you to the parents to be like, we named you Hope, and then you're like, well, you're gonna lose it pretty quick.
If you name your daughter Hope or Faith, you better have a lot of faith and hope that she's not gagging on some dick.
And let me tell you what.
She was.
She is. And she was. And we were in my Suburban, and we were trying to get liquor. And she was like, oh.
Liquor? I hardly know her.
I was like, I will cut your mic. I will. I swear to God. Interrupt my story to tell a joke like that again. I will cut your mic. So we were in my Suburban, and we pick up these guys. If I'm driving the Suburban, I'm 16 at this point, which means they're 15. We pick up a guy well into his 20s who buys us SoCo, Southern Comfort.
Yep.
A little sweet whiskey.
Yep.
Little Fireball before Fireball really made its comeback, right? Or made its entrance. And some other bottle of like Svedka or some bullshit. And cigarettes, because we can't buy those either. And then was just like, do you guys like want to hang out or whatever? And we didn't, because I was like, I don't want to. Because this is a grown man.
Yeah.
But then I think about it, and I'm like, what life did that guy live where he's just a pedophile?
Yeah, he's a loser.
Yeah, he's
pedophile.
a psycho.
Yeah.
He wants to be the cool guy that buys alcohol to impress the 15-year-olds. And then they're like, wow.
In some small town in Oklahoma.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah,
what...
You're a fucking loser.
That's, every city has that one guy that would buy alcohol for all the high school kids. And he's always
and then
like
he
a
would
fucking...
be at the high school party.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm a senior... And you weren't here when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
I've never seen you.
Yeah,
before.
you're at least 5 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never bought alcohol for any young. I mean, I've bought alcohol for my brother once or twice when I would go back, but I don't want to fuck him. So it's okay.
Good point.
That's a good point. My brother used to buy me alcohol.
Did he want to fuck? My brother is hard-bodied up though, man.
I bought alcohol for people younger than me, but we're talking like I was 21 and they were 20.
Well, my brother went to college,
illegal.
Had a fake. He's 21 now, and he would have a fake ID. But if I'm in town and he wants me to go, and we're going somewhere, and he wants to. Sometimes I'll use his car, and he'll be like, drop me at my friend's house, drive my car. Do you mind if we're going to go buy beer, it might as well be the person who can actually legally buy beer, go in and buy it, than fucking have my brother go use his fake. Exactly.
Yeah, why risk it?
So it wasn't anything like that. I didn't fuck him, if you were wondering.
We weren't, but
he's your half-brother, so it would have been fine.
He's my half-brother, so it would still
You
not
can
be
only
okay.
go halfway
I
in.
do got a couple steps. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have sisters as well?
I have 2 stepsisters and 2 half-sisters. The only sisters that I'm close to are my stepsisters.
So how many siblings is that total? 5?
Well, dude,
4?
if we're talking about bloodline and step, I have my younger brother, who's technically my half-brother. I have my 2 sisters, who I love very much, who are technically my stepsisters. I have 2 half-sisters who I kind of know, but I don't really have like a relationship with. So I have those, and then my biological dad, I believe, also has at least 1 son with the family that he started after he abandoned me. So technically, I would have 6 siblings altogether, but I really only claim 3.
Who would you be most excited to see stuck in a dryer out of all of them?
I can't.
The dad.
Yeah, probably my dad.
Yeah,
is he alive?
Yeah, he lives in like Galveston or somewhere that like kind of poor people go to be by the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should see if there's
not poor people, just like lower class people.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll live like Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
we should see if there's a comedy club out there.
What? Do a reunion tour? Just do a vlog of me performing and then bombing and then meeting my biological
And then seeing
father.
your
And then I
dad
fucking
in
come
the
up and
crowd
choke
and
him out.
breaking out crying. This is what, if you were in my life, I would have gone to college.
I would have
but now I
done
do
this.
comedy.
I will say, just for the record, because I always feel
Then
the
if
need
you
to
bomb,
say
I'll follow
this.
you and be like, I'd have fucking abandoned him too.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, look at that. I feel like I always like karmically need to say this. I do have a stepdad who is not
Yeah, of
actually
course.
like, I don't call him my stepdad. He's been there since I was like 3 or 4. Who is like
Yeah.
my dad. Who is like,
I have
a perfect
I have
father.
the same thing.
Yeah, right. Like you get
Except
it.
Yeah,
That's
my parents loved each other, so.
Yeah,
My
that's
stepdad's a
cool.
big fisherman.
Tell some stories about them.
My father would come to every sporting event that I was a part
Same
of.
with my dad. He even coached. Did your dad ever coach?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, my fucking football teams. What else?
Ballet. When you did
Ballet. When I was playing the flute, he broke it and told me to quit being gay.
Yeah.
That checks.
That actually.
That
So
tracks,
fun
yeah.
fact, I actually did want to play an instrument. This is a story about my father. Wanted to play an instrument when I was in elementary school, and then it was either that or football. And my dad was like, he doesn't have a choice. Like, you are playing football.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Which is
Of course.
my
which is
son's
like,
getting that same speech. Like
Which
you're
is-
not playing
yeah.
the flute.
I don't know
Damn,
if
dude, I
would
could play
want-
the pickle though.
I don't think I would push my son to play football with everything we know about CTE.
Of course, yeah.
If I'm being honest with you, there's so many other sports that you can play that's like a manly sport where I don't have to worry about you killing yourself.
I
at
don't know.
45.
I don't know if I would push my son to play football, but if he was like, I want to play football, I'd be like, let's do it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm
of
saying
course.
I
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
push-
yeah, I'd be
If
like,
my
fuck
son
yeah.
was like, I really want to play football, I'd be like, great, I'll get your eulogy ready. Because I'll still be around when
Get
you
him a
blow
neck
your
roll,
fucking
dude.
brains out. Yeah, I'll get him a cool neck roll for the back, which won't prevent any.
and
of
then the and then the
brain-
sleeves.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
if
those are only for quarterback.
it
the
prevents
sleeves
you.
are-
From,
Oh, no, I'm talking
It
about
prevents
the-
you from rolling your neck.
Yeah, but
That's not even.
It's not
my
pre-
son is not going to have
No.
a weak neck, and if he does, he's not my son.
Yeah.
No weak necks in the Ross gene.
We just kick them off the Sparta style, dude.
We just
I
shake
like
them a
the-
little bit when they're young, and they learn to fucking stiffen
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
dude, shaking babies.
You shake a baby, listen, maybe I was shaking up a little bit when I was a kid, okay, but guess what? I'm fine. I got a strong neck, and I beat heroin.
You heard it here first.
Shake your babies.
Whoa, dude.
If you want them to have a chance against the crippling grips of addiction and strong necks.
Or if you want to just test if you've made some strong offspring.
Yeah.
Shake them up. If it dies, that was going to be a weak kid anyways.
Listen, dude, you're telling me that people in the 30s didn't shake their babies? They did. And those people lived long, hard lives plowing fields. Did they die a little earlier? Yeah, but that was different times. Hitler lived to be 56, man.
Damn.
And he killed himself.
And he
Who
killed
knows how
himself.
long he could have lived?
Long time. 56 really isn't that old, though.
God,
That's
we got robbed.
What? Wouldn't it be weird if Hitler did survive? Like, he would definitely be kept as like a prisoner, but like
He would have had a VH1 reality show by now.
no
Yeah.
VH1. You think that's the only
Bro, OJ's just chilling on Twitter.
OJ didn't commit mass genocide.
You were about to say murder.
No,
Yeah, he did.
OJ did commit murder, but not mass murder. He
Yeah,
murdered
that's
2
true.
people, not an entire race.
You don't think that's massive? 2 people?
2 people isn't mass
No,
murder.
I don't think so either.
It's a couple.
That's a couple, yeah.
I don't know.
3.
What's 3?
I
So-
feel like if Hitler was alive right now, and obviously he would have been 129. I feel like if he was like, let's say he was 70 years old right now, I feel like he would just be like a Fox News correspondent.
I think he would be in political jail somehow, right?
Yeah, because
I
they
don't
keep
think
though.
so.
Dude. They've been fucking fine. Have you seen when they find like a fucking hidden out World War II like
Yeah.
Nazi that's
Yeah.
living in New Jersey?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they, dude, they're like
They put him to death.
99 years old,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What up, old man?" And he's like,
He
and
doesn't
they're
even
like,
know where he's
"You're
at."
gonna spend the last 6 months of your life in state pen.
You're
Yeah.
going to
No.
Guantanamo, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Enjoy that fucking Chinese. What's the Chinese torture when they drip water on
Yeah,
you, dude?
that
His
sounds
torture is
awful.
they just like don't help him get up and down stairs. He's
They don't
90.
cut his food up for him, and he starves
Yeah,
out.
he just chokes.
chokes trying to chew it. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
being
the
90 would
Chinese
suck.
torture where they lay you down and
And
they
they fucking-
it's just one single droplet of water on your forehead slowly over and over and over again drives people insane.
Yeah.
There were also like when we were like
I'd be fine.
when we were like torturing whatever.
I'd be fine.
When you can't even go like an hour without a vape. How are you going to survive a Chinese torture?
What are we
It's
doing?
fine.
I'd be fine.
Apparently, they would also like when we were like torturing terrorists and saying we weren't. They would play like the Barney theme song. They would lock
Yeah,
in the room,
yeah.
play the Barney theme song for like just days on end, just to torture people.
We did.
Dude, did you see? Sorry to cut you off. Have you ever seen like those like the FBI's who like dudes who they would catch, and they're just like retarded guys that they would trick? They would literally like.
What are you talking
okay,
about?
you can look this up. There are so many like post. Shut up. Post
Let him
9/11.
explain. Let him explain. No, let him
Post
explain.
9/11, America was like so gung ho on catching terrorists that like the FBI would literally entrap
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
stupid fucking dudes.
I remember you telling me
they
about this.
and they would be like, yo, like they would be the ones coming up with the plans, and they would be like, show up here, we're gonna do it, and they would just like trick the dumbest guys in the world, and then they would just ship them off to Guantanamo and be like, we got more. There's like so many. You can read about it. They tricked
I know
a lot
what
of
you're
stupid
talking
people.
about. There's a lot of that in law enforcement, which is just like basically doing 99% of the work and just convincing somebody. Like, this is like very like the stupid like meta example because I've heard it on Joe Rogan, but there was like an undercover cop who pretended to be a high school student and like basically sexually seduced this kid into thinking that they were like dating, and then was like, can you get me weed? And he sold her like a fucking eighth of weed, and they arrested him.
They also
that's insane.
They also
how is
say
that not entrapment?
There's a lot of conspiracies that say that's how a lot of school shootings go.
What do you mean?
Like FBI and CIA agents will like they'll like infiltrate like incel Discord groups, and they'll like pretend to be like a weird nerdy anime girl, and there's a Twitter account that I follow that's called like obvious tweets by FBI agents, and it'll be like a reply to like a Republican person, and it'll just be like, yeah, I also fucking hate the government, DM me if you want to do something about it, and people be like, nice try, Fed. Like,
but every once in a while somebody like,
falls for that, and then they're like, you should, like, all those times where like they catch him before the kid goes into the school with a gun.
Yeah,
a lot of those are them like tricking some dumb kid into being like, I'm a girl, I believe the same things you believe. Yeah, we should get back at them.
I guess it's like a good thing for like to like get somebody like that out of like just the public or like a school, but it also I know, and so do you guys know what it's like to be a horny 16-year-old, much less somebody who's just like a little bit disturbed also, and you have some hot girl convincing you to do stuff. You do things you probably would have never actually done. I'm not saying I would have ever let.
Yeah, of course not.
You know, I had a big crush on.
Into a school.
Listen, I had a pretty big crush on Sammy Smallwood in like 5th grade. I don't think she could have convinced me to shoot up Bishop John Carroll. You know what I mean?
No.
Sammy Smallwood.
Yeah,
She
dude.
related
Shout out
to me?
Sammy. She's still around.
Probably.
Josh Smallwood.
No.
What the bitches call me.
One of my 6th grade teachers was named Miss Alcock.
Oh, damn.
And we
Fuck, bro.
Why teach middle school at that point, dude? That's hilarious.
6th grade, first day, she's like, my name is Mrs. Alcock, and every boy in the class was like, I bet.
Prove it.
Yeah,
and then
Prove It was a good one back in the day.
Her son was like in the like 2 grades underneath us, and we used to call him his name was Tommy. We used to call him Tommy Alcock No Pussy. Got him.
Alcock No Pussy.
I had a friend whose
All
name
hustle,
was
no luck.
I had a friend whose name was Tyler Moorhead, and I'd call him Less Teeth Moorhead, which I thought was funny too, dude.
Less teeth, mo head.
Tyler Less Teeth.
Fuck, I had something else I wanted to say. But I guess
There
was a very obese black girl at my high school whose last name was Thickening.
No way.
I swear to God, I'll bring my yearbook in.
The Thickening? That sounds like a parody of like a horror movie, but it's like a
Thickening.
It's just me getting my ass bigger.
Yeah. It's like a
Thickening.
Medea Halloween thing almost. Like this is the thickening.
This
candy got grandma getting thickening. Nah, but this girl, I don't remember her first name. It was a wild first name, but her last name was Thickening, and I had a class with her, the Credit Recovery Lab, which is where stupid kids go, and she would open up. Every single day she had a brand new bag of
Hot Cheetos.
Nope. The big bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Good assumption. I like where your head's at.
Jesus Christ.
I
What
like
do you
where
mean, Jesus Christ?
That's racist.
What?
Yeah, that
No,
is.
it's not. They like those.
No,
So
it's
they-
not.
Yes, it is. That's a racist thing. Look it up. Hot Cheeto girl.
No,
It's a racist slur.
Hot Cheetos are very commonly eaten by Hispanic women, first off. I've seen that a lot, too. I can speak to playing basketball at the Lighthouse, which was a place that had like 4 or 5 courts in one building, very popular place in Oklahoma City. A very popular dish there that you had to ask for separately was hot Cheetos, and they would squirt nacho cheese into the
Yeah.
bags. And let me tell you what, Katie Beth wasn't eating them.
Yeah. No.
Okay?
Yeah.
No.
That doesn't mean it's not racist.
But this girl would have the big, like the family size bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Hell yeah.
Open it
The
up,
worst
and
flavor.
then in her purse, yeah, I agree. Cool Ranch sucks.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yo, shout out to the fucking, I don't know what flavor it is, but the purple bag rules.
Ooh, sweet chili?
Yes.
Woo, yeah.
Purple bag rocks.
Fuck yeah,
we are
dude.
on the same page of food, and I like it.
dude.
But she would have the family size bag. She'd open it, and then in her purse, she kept a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch, and she would pour it in there, hold the bag closed with her hand, and shake it up, and then she would eat like that.
That's fucking
with like her
gross.
fingers. Did she bring a spoon?
Oh,
Or like a
fingers.
fork?
Bro, I was
Oh.
at the pool one time.
And it smells.
Yeah,
I'm sure it
dude.
stunk. Those chips already stink by themselves, much less Hidden Valley, which I'm a big ranch guy. Being from Oklahoma, we love that. Hidden Valley is shit. But I was at the pool one time, and there was a girl, Hispanic, coincidence? We don't know. She was eating hot Cheetos in the pool with chopsticks. One of the smartest people I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Genius.
Yeah,
'cause then
so
you don't get the
smart.
finger.
Genius.
What I do is if I buy them from from like a grocery store or a bag, I'll take the bag that they give you after you buy the stuff. I'll put it over my hand and I'll eat them with the bag over my hand.
I remember.
It's like a. It's
I don't
like
know
a,
if that's smart.
It's like a condom. How is that not smart?
That's pretty
Because you're
smart.
you're using the bag, dude.
That's not stupid. That's
How is
good.
that bad?
The
How is that
surface
bad?
of a bag.
You flip it inside out.
Oh,
It's also a brand. Those bags aren't fumbling around on the floor. They come from a factory, all lined up against each other. They hand it to me. I flip it inside out, so it's the inside
you
of
actually,
the bag.
yeah, no,
Also, I don't give a shit, to be honest,
Yeah.
about the cleanliness.
yeah.
I I remember seeing.
No,
Do you
you
remember
don't.
those? Do you remember those? Do you remember those?
No, you don't, you fucking
you
liar.
Do you remember those demo stations they used to have for like Xbox?
Yeah, when you look up
Yeah.
in the fucking.
Yeah. So the 360 came out and the controllers were white. And I remember like going into a GameStop and they had the demo station and it was so orange
Yeah,
around. I was
nasty.
like, ew, dude.
There's nothing worse than a fucking like old dad who would like a guy that had a ponytail who would have his kid with him that would be playing the games.
Yeah.
And he'd be on there for like 25 minutes and like, oh, you'd be like, can I please just try to play Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, it's always Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it is.
Always,
it is.
yeah. My
Great
my
game.
buddy worked at GameStop and he was like in the mall at the Gardens Mall and he was like, dude, the worst thing about it is like that like any like rich Palm Beach stay-at-home mom who likes to go shopping, that's daycare for them.
They drop their kids
They
off.
drop
at
they're like,
GameStop.
you go to GameStop, I'm gonna walk around, I'll come get you when I'm done shopping.
Yep.
So there would just be like a 5-year-old in there for an hour and a half. Like he's like, dude, I swear to God, multiple times women have come in with like Tupperware. Like there's a sandwich in there,
Oh
mommy
my
will be
God.
back in
That's
an hour.
crazy.
And my buddy was
Can't
just
get
like,
away with that now. Not if you want to keep that kid.
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
mm-mm.
it gets snatched
Yep.
right up.
Oh, and these are good Palm
Those
Beach
are- Yeah,
these
white
are good
kids.
Palm Beach
Those are good
kids,
Palm
dude.
Beach whites, dude. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
high dollar.
They'll pay
man.
to get them back.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll pay
exactly.
to-
Exactly.
That's a good kid to snatch. If you're snatching kids, I
That's-
suggest going to the GameStop at the
This
Garden
would
Mall.
be a good
Mall.
plot for a movie.
Just stealing a dorky kid at a GameStop.
Yeah, dude.
He
So
wouldn't
the-
even complain. You just throw him a Game Boy, and he's like, "Whatever, my bitch mom."
Didn't that happen with like Lady Gaga's dogs? Somebody like stole her dogs and then
Yeah.
she paid like a
Her
like,
two
an insane amount.
French bulldogs,
Yeah.
and every woman in my family over 40 was texting me that article, like, "Be careful with Lola." I'm like, she'll be fine.
Nobody's gonna steal my bulldog.
Dude, somebody
and
can
hold
come
her
and
for
steal my
ransom.
fucking dog if they want. Almonds,
Take
big
Toby.
ass fucking Toby.
You've
needs
been
to,
posting that dog on your story
That's
like
Hazel.
every fucking day.
It's Hazel that I
You
post.
like almond too, though.
I do, but she's a fucking nightmare, dude. It's like we got the second dog and we're like, this will be fine. We don't think we're not gonna think about a week in advance. We got the puppy. We're like, this is fun. And now we just have a fucking 95-pound demon just charging around, barking at iguanas constantly and fucking up Toby, the little chihuahua.
Dude, I'm
It's crazy.
so excited to stop doing this podcast and go home and see my dog. How long do we have left?
We're well at an hour for
Oh
sure.
my
I'm just
God.
having a good time.
I
man.
know.
I'm having a good time.
Jeff
but
is
I-
always the what time is it? And I don't like it. I don't like the energy. Let's run for 4 hours.
no.
Let's do a
Let's do a
Joe
f-
Rogan episode.
Yeah, let's do a 5
Isn't
hour.
that crazy that if we were Rogan, we would literally have another 3 hours to
We'd
go?
be a quarter of the way through by
yeah,
now.
isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's nuts.
I could never do that.
No,
Dude, you supply me with Bud Light. We can go all night.
Get Jeff drunk. That's what we do need to have a drunk podcast.
It would
though.
still be an hour long because you'd have to cut a lot.
Yeah. I want to start with Josh 1 mark deep,
Yeah.
I would say I want to start you at just like 4 BLs in.
Okay.
Where you're nice and loose, but you keep drinking them throughout. Josh sips a second margarita.
Yeah, that's
and
when
we
it gets.
just
That's the danger zone.
We just see what happens because I'm really curious.
I say we save that for when we have a Patreon.
I love
that way we can get a little wild and we don't have to cut anything.
A marg to make me fear that I'm gonna go into psychosis. Like when I start to feel a little too drunk, and then I have a second one. Oh, buddy, do I start to disassociate? It's crazy because I have this fear. I've talked about it a lot. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, but because my uncle had schizophrenia, I have a fear that anytime I do anything that's like altering my mind, I'm just gonna slip into it. So it's a fun balancing
we did
game.
talk about this.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
But it's a
That's
fun
where you got
balancing
the whole
game.
bit,
Yeah,
this
that's true.
podcast.
Yeah. But it is
But
a fun balancing act.
Yeah,
of
just
me
don't
being
do
like,
weed.
yeah,
I think
can't.
I think alcohol's
Alcohol's
probably
fine, but you can also bring it out being drunk. I've heard. I don't know. I've heard from the voices in my head.
I'll tell you what. If I were drinking on this podcast, those like Disney making woke movies take would have been a lot hotter.
Yeah,
That'd have been a lot hotter of a take.
Let's keep Jeff sober. I
Patreon.
thought this was a good podcast, though.
Yeah.
We covered some conspiracies. I didn't get to talk about how the CIA killed Martin Luther King, but we can talk about that.
That happened.
We can save that.
There's literally documents that
happened.
show it.
It was the FBI.
It did. Was it the FBI?
It was the
I
FBI.
thought it was the CIA. Either way.
Which is very funny that people were like, the FBI killed Martin Luther King. He was a black leader. And then now those same people are like, the FBI rocks. They definitely should have invaded Trump's home. And it's like, are you on the side of the FBI or you're not?
No, you're just on the side of whatever.
Yeah.
I like the shirts that say FBI, Federal Boob Inspector.
No, you mean female body inspector.
You didn't even get it right.
You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
dude.
You're
No.
getting shirts from like a Chinese misprint store.
What, have you never been to a gift shop before? You fucking idiot.
Federal Boob Inspector.
He shows up with a.
You ever seen those shirts that say Funny Boob Institute?
Feral Bobcat Inspector? Like, you idiot. All right, let's get out of here. We're done.
FBCI.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Oh.
I'm cutting your mic
1 second.
before this.
1 second. All right. Bye.
Did you really do that, or did you have something to plug?
I did have something to plug, but I
Plug
forget.
it.
I'm gonna be in Iowa next week. If you're in Iowa, look at my fucking Instagram
Do
page.
it. Why would you not plug it? Plug
Because
it.
last time I plugged something, you guys got weird about it.
No, we didn't.
No,
we
we
plug
didn't.
shit all the
We
time.
plug
Yeah,
shit
I'm
all
gonna be
the
in
time.
Iowa on September 17th at the Music Man Square. You can buy tickets by DMing me or messaging or hitting the link that's gonna be posted.
We've also got some cool shows coming up. We don't have exact dates for yet. We will be in Miami. That's not really that cool. I actually despise that city almost as much as I despise New Orleans. But the venue we'll be at is cool. It's Gramps. That's September 28th. I don't know that matters. But for people who are in Oklahoma, we are going to do a show in Oklahoma in November. So if you're listening and you care, look out for that. We'll post about it. It'll probably be at the Farmers Market in OKC. Yeah. Good
And
Girls.
We need to make sure we say Good
The
Girls more.
Dania Improv also coming up. I don't have an exact date for that, but that will be happening.
Just fucking pay attention. We'll give you the dates
pay
eventually.
attention. We'll give you all the dates.
And then like and share this shit, man.
Please.
Please.
Yeah,
that's
if
how
you've
we're
made
growing.
it this far and you don't like, comment, subscribe, and do all that
Please,
stuff,
if you
come on.
If you listen this far into it, whether you're on either audio platform or YouTube, just comment. You don't have to even have anything clever to say. Just be like,
Just
I
a
finished it.
Period. Yeah. Anything
know?
for the algorithm, dude. We're just trying. Listen. We're just trying to fucking-
We also just want to know that people actually
Yeah, that's the
listen this
biggest-
far
that's the
into
biggest
it.
thing.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye. We love you though. Bye, good girls.